whacking that the bowler deserved for bowling such a poor ball.
Manikandan has 54 of 15. Oh, again he hits. Is this time the fielder is underneath. Oh, the catch is dropped. Can you believe this? And it's a no ball too.
The fielder would be breathing a huge sigh of reprieve that the no ball was shown. But I reckon he took it for granted. He thought that the ball was coming to him straight and it was one of the easiest pickings. Probably it was, but then again you need to close that cup of your hand in time, or else the tea, rather read the ball in your hand, would keep on spilling out. Manikandan gets a life. Let's see how does he use that.
This will gonna cause a smashes for sure. Just remember he was dropped on 55. Karthi Raja. Wonderful start by him also. 22 of 12. And there's a free hit delivery.
That's another wide. So the free hit remains. That means Karthi Raja will have another shy at going big in this delivery. Manikandan definitely has defied physics. But what Karthi Raja is doing is equally laudable. He's been in sizzling touch and he's showing why he's such a dangerous batter.
Oh, he got the connection and it goes for a boundary. He is just showing his class, just picking up the right gaps and playing it. What an innings by Karthi Raja. 26 of 13.
Crunched through the long on and the deep mid-wicket fielder. That was a very, very hard hit. Wasn't the worst of deliveries. Tried to pitch it in the good length region. A fraction shorter. Ends up with that shorter ball. And look at how Karthi Raja gets behind it and smashes it.
Fifth ball of this over. Or this time he plays gently. Gets a single.
The way these two are batting, it won't be surprising if these two can actually overhaul the highest score in the tournament of 176 that was set up by Kings in their first match, where Arvind Akash and Nadeem Khan went ballistic. But these two have now been in the groove for a while now. Particularly Manikandan, whatever he has connected, that's sailed away for a maximum.
Last ball of this over. And again it goes for a maximum. Again a 6. So he's not stopping. 100 runs completed for Titans in the end of the 5th.
Launched over that deep cover fielder for a 6. Once again, not the best of connections, but just the sheer power. Just that massive bat lift. And once again, the fundamentals, the fielder standing a yard inside. Probably had he been on the ropes, that could have... He's got so acclimatized to the feeling of smacking the ball away for 6s. The fact that there can be a dot ball is startling him.
Oh, again this time doesn't get the connection and ball passes through the boundary.
Shocking for the keeper. Absolutely shocking for the keeper. Fortune going Manikandan's way, and why not? He's been that brave man out in the centre. Wills his willow at all his force and fury. And the ball catching a thick outside edge. Flies past the keeper to the third man region for another boundary.
Again he connects it. Fielder is underneath. Chance for a catch. Shot before the fielder. So only gets a single.
Yeah, that's great work by the two fielders. Both the fielders were converging at it. The kind of striking that Manikandan has done, every shot that he smashes now keeps on sailing closer to the ropes. So obviously the fielders will need to have a closer eye on the proceedings and try and stall the run flow as much as they can. Still a ball to go in this over. Ganeshan, he'll be very happy with the way he's bowled now.
Last ball. This time Karthi connects it and it goes for again a catch just dropped. It's Karthi Raja who tries, so it doesn't get the connection.
That was an absolute lollipop there. And he's saying that the eyes must have pierced, or the light must have pierced my eyes, but believe me, that was a lollipop. It was so high in the air, the fielder got underneath the ball in such good time, and after that what he does is he ends up grasping the effort, and in fact he has the audacity to smile as well after that. This contest is going to be very, very interesting. They'll have the likes of Manikandan taking on Rishi Raut. The last over, Manikandan deposited Rishi Raut for a hat-trick of sixes, but then Rishi Raut pulled back phenomenally. The question is it where he starts his over with? This is going to be a battle to savor.
First ball doesn't get the connection. They will be run for the two. And yes, chance for an out. Very close. But the umpire's thinking it's not out. Great running by both the batsmen.
Yeah, this is brilliant understanding between themselves. The run was only possible because of the chemistry. They had to kickstart right the very moment the ball left the bat. And look at the kind of running that you would expect. Brilliant. Simply marvelous. Yeah, this time the ball's in the air again. I reckon that's a huge one. That's out of the park altogether. S. Manikandan continues the blitzkrieg that he's destined to do today.
This time Manikandan has got the connection. Humongous shot by Manikandan has finally broke the record of missed time sixes. This time it goes over the cover. And we'll see how Rishi Raut will make his comeback. Like we've witnessed the previous over, after 3 sixes, we got 3 dot deliveries. Oh, he again connects it, and again it goes for a humongous shot. This time it's more bigger than the previous. Once again, he's on his 80s on 20 deliveries.
Spare us, Manikandan, spare us. The way you're striking the ball towards our direction, we may very well be under threat. Feels like a cannon firing with all its fuel and steam. Oh, this one, that's an absolute skyer. That's an orbiter, rather, forget the skies. What a massive strike from Manikandan. Back-to-back 80s. First man to do so.
Oh, this time into his pads. Dot ball by Rishi Raut. It was a speed of delivery because they don't give him any chance to hit it.
In fact, first man to do so in the tournament. Sikkim Pondicherry, 10 overs. We have seen back-to-back half centuries, but we haven't seen back-to-back 80s. We'll have to see today, has he got the mileage to go forward and make that century. Rishi Raut still has a couple of balls to go.
Oh, wonderful delivery by Rishi Raut. He missed it. Manikandan has.
You don't take on Rishi Raut that emphatically, and when you do, it is imperative that you know your limitations. This time Rishi Raut adjusting his line, testing Manikandan for that quicker one through the air, and Manikandan was beaten. Thankfully his timber remained intact.
The predicted score is going above 179, 185 and 191. Are you witnessing a T20 or a T10? Last ball of this over. Gently played it towards the fielder. So with this single, we've come to the end of the 7th over. It's 124. And not a single.
And the bowlers will be very seriously thinking of filing an FIR against him for doing such injustice to them. Whatever they're bowling, he's being hit for only sixes.
Prasant M, the new bowler, 6 matches, 75 runs, rather 6 overs, 75 runs, and just a wicket, economy of 12.5. He went for 24 in that first over. Where does he go now? Tosses it up full. Karthi Raja this time has launched it over the long on fielder. But he won't get that mileage that he wanted. First blow to the Titans, and it is Prasanth who does the honor. Karthi Raja will have to depart for a well-fought 31. But what an incredible knock had it been. What an incredible partnership had this been.
And understandably from the fielders and the team, no celebration, because it has been an annihilation of the bowling of the highest order. Perhaps Manikandan has forgotten that there are 4 singles, 2s in batting as well.
He did forget at the initial half of the innings, but the latter half of the innings has probably brought him down to the ground slightly. He's now relying more on his shots instead of those hard hits that got him those runs early. Obviously, he'll obviously bank on them as well, but that isn't the ultimatum. He's realized that. Batting for the first time in the tournament, Sunil Kumar B. 4 matches. Tucks it. Oh, it runs through the fielder. If the batter's brutal intent hasn't been enough, the fielders want to lend a hand of assistance.
This was embarrassing. Not good fielding, must be said. It can't be an excuse that Manikandan has been clobbering them. You can still field well. Basics of cricket.
Absolutely. The kind of striking that Manikandan has knitted together, it has been absolutely, it has been absolute rampage this time over the bowler's head. Not the hardest of strikes. I reckon exhaustion is setting in for Manikandan, because the last few shots that he's played, he's relied more on timing and placement, not those massive hits that he was doing in from the very beginning.
Easy for us to sit here and talk, but doing it there in the middle in these conditions can be a challenge.
A question asked. I somehow believe after scoring 100 runs from the first 5 overs, the following 15 balls has just produced 26 runs. That can be a serious question mark. But nonetheless, the numbers on the board, they're already big enough. But then Smashers do have the firepower actually to take this number head on.
Is a gargantuan score this one. 7.4 overs, 126. And they're not yet done. Manikandan is still there.
Prasanth against Sunil Kumar. Sunil smashes it straight to the fielder at cover. The run rate has suddenly started to slump now. And not a sight that you would expect, at least in the dying overs of an innings.
Slams it to covers. Doesn't time it well again. Just gets a single to deep cover. Like Rohit said, it has been from the 5th gear now to the 2nd gear.
And he's actually costing his team some serious blows. He's actually taking his team along with him to that record feat. So it's not that he's playing the singles and the doubles because he just want to get to a century, because that won't get him there actually. He'll need the big hits, and very thankfully if he can get on with those big hits, his team will benefit from them.
The Stephen Covey's win-win principle.
Shot of length, Sunil Kumar very rightfully. Oh, that's a great shot. It looked very tame and meek in the first glance, at the first glance rather. But how carefully he picked his position, how carefully picked the gap in the field and steers the ball through it. Beautiful batting.
One of those numerous instances in which the batter just did enough. Didn't try anything too much. Got the best result that he wanted. Beautiful shot.
At the moment, the Smashers feels as if they have exhausted all their options, and now it's more of a formality for them to try and bowl to the batters. And I reckon the batter wasn't ready. So the fact that Ganeshan started his run-up tells you a story or two about the kind of frustration that is reigning supreme in the bowling side. The Smashers bowls it full. They want a run there, and they will get it. That will bring back Manikandan S on strike.
And like we were talking, It makes a lot of sense, Manikandan. Go for the juggler. Go for the 100. You're still well within reach of some substantial records. Will be worthy. You don't get so many chances in your life. Not very often.
What must be the thoughts that would be going through Manikandan's mind now? Yeah, this time he goes for it again. That will clear the fence by a proverbial mile. That struck firmly and he just glides it through the air. That's a brilliant shot. It's an inside-out strike. It's not a mistimed one. How he opens the face of the blade is an exemplary lesson.
High fives in the dugout. And a huge 6 on the play. On the playing arena. What a shot this one.
Using the pace of the ball. Yeah, goes for it again. That's another maximum. Don't chase. Save your legs. That's through the air. The fielders have now become mere mannequins here.
I'd like to talk to Manikandan after this innings. What does he practice? He keeps hitting these 6s in the same area all the time. Slashes them wherever you bowl.
Relentless striking of the cherry. The bowlers, they're seeking desperately for some shelter in the midst of this raining hellfire. Oh, this time on the leg side, when fortune goes your way, nobody, I repeat, nobody can bring you down. Would you believe this also went away for a boundary? It was a leg by, and it was a Yorker. Somehow or the other, he just managed to generate enough power. The shuffle.
Sometimes things turn in your favor, and this is how it happens. Everything going for him. Like Ravi Shastri says, keep doing what you're doing because these moments won't come every time.
Final ball! He launches it handsomely into another park. Manikandan S. What a knock had it been. Take a bow. 99 of 30 now.
Like he did when he got to his 50, he just needs to take a single. And Swarnadeep reminded me, saying Manikandan will do nothing like that. Will he do that now? Just this single. What batting. Square hitting of 6s of the kind that has never been seen.
Manikandan S unbeaten on 99 from 30 balls. Unfortunately, he's at the non-striker's end. I'm sure Sunil Kumar must be heading forward for that much-needed single. Bring back Manikandan on strike. Harish to bowl that final over. First ball. Starts off with a massive wide. Manikandan was already halfway down the track. Wanted that run desperately.
Easy to sympathize with Sunil Kumar because he has to hit the ball big, but he just has to take a single. Now what will he do? Will he go big or take a single?
Harish. He whacks at it. The batter stumbles, but they'll go for the run nonetheless. And they have successfully stolen away a single. Most importantly, has brought back Manikandan on strike. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up your seatbelts. We are on the cusp of history. First century. Will it be there for the Sikkim Pondicherry 10 overs tournament?
And this tournament deserves 100. Has been one hell of a tournament, this one. everything so well done. And destinators, the second time a batter was within striking distance of 100. Is the same man in 2 innings.
85 in the last innings, 99 now. Harish steams in, tucks it, goes for that single, takes it, completes his century. Manikandan S, remember the name. The first centurion of Sikkim Pondicherry 10 overs tournament. What an incredible knock, Manikandan. Take a bow.
No words, no expressions. There's no language that can describe. Just sheer admiration. What an innings. I eat my words. Humble pie. I said last time he may never play a similar innings again. He's replicated it and gone one better this time. Risky single would have been run out, but the fielder missed the stumps and history was not missed. 100 in a 10 over match and a couple of balls are still left.
Dances down the track, smashes it hard, will beat the long on fielder. Sunil Kumar says, I've given you enough strikes, now let me take over the reins. Let me show you what I am capable of.
And look at the wrist work in this shot. Look at that wrist work. This was similar to a helicopter shot, but the backlift was very, very small. Look at this. Just bunted for a 4.
Those wrists. You've got to praise those wrists. 5th ball. Oh, he smacks at it. Doesn't get the connection. I reckon he'll let Manikandan keep the strike. The racket for the Kings would most likely remain intact.
Rightfully and justice that Manikandan is there on strike. He started the innings. He's there with the last 2 balls to be bowled. Will he go for 2 sixes? He must.
Final 2 balls. Where do the balls sail? Or does Harish have a say in this as well? Dances down the track. Harish has produced gold dust here. A dot ball. That too in the final over. That too against a centurion in 10 overs format. Give this man a medal, someone. He has to receive one. Incredible bowling.
His first over was sensational. And in an innings that has produced 162 runs, his spell reads 1.5 overs, none for 12.
Absolutely brilliant, Harish. Final ball. Manikandan shuffles across the crease, misses it completely. A couple of dot balls to finish things off. More of an anti-climax, to be honest. We were expecting 170, may even 180. But Titans finished their innings with 162 for the loss of 1.
The irony of the great game. The man scored 100, but not a single of the last 2 balls. What a great game. What a great leveler this game is. A leveler within the same game.
Look at how the dugout is up in acknowledgement. And no wonder he was one of the beasts at the side. Such striking, such power hitting, brilliance. I repeat, absolute brilliance. Manikandan S, take a bow. I genuflect in front of you, just in the awe of your sheer magnificence.